Alright, so welcome to lesson 10C, and today we're going to be talking about decimals to fractions using visual models. So let's look at our first example. So right now here what we have is we have one whole grid shaded. So put that back on my pen. So one whole grid shaded, and then we have part of another shaded. So now if I'm going to be putting this in the form of a fraction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to already set my denominator to how many squares are in the grid, which is 100. And then the only thing I do is count the number of squares that I have shaded. So that's 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll just be 1 in 25 hundredths. Now, well, what about when we're trying to convert that to a decimal? Well, one of the things that you can do, if you already know that this one is a whole, let's say that this one is a whole, so what you can do is between your two grids, you put the decimal point. So you put the decimal point between your two grids, and what I'm going to do, let me erase this fraction and bring it down some so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to change my color. So what I think you have to do is, just like when we're adding decimals, you just kind of bring your decimal down slightly. So that's 1 and, because remember that decimal means and 25 hundredths. And that's all you have to do when you're trying to write a decimal in standard form from a visual model. Let's go through and let's look at another example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one just a little bit. Scoot this one over just, let's go, there it is right there. Alright, so now we have this other one. Remember, we have a grid of 100, so first thing you do if you want to convert that model to a fraction, go ahead and write your denominator, and then how many parts you have shaded. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 hundredths. Now the next thing that you do, that since we don't have a whole shaded in front, you just put your decimal point, and you already put your 0. Bring your decimal point down to make sure you have your decimal points lined up. 0, and then 15 hundredths. And that's it. And that's all you have to do when you're trying to name a decimal from a model and put it in standard form or word form. Now, our last example. Remember, we're going to go with the decimal first. So, first thing you do, put your decimal point in between. Bring your decimal point down. 1 whole. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 tenths. Then remember, if you want to do that as a fraction, write down your whole, your denominator, and then how many parts shaded you have in your denominator. And that's all you have to do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with this example to bring to class tomorrow. And that's the end of our lesson 10C on decimals to fractions and fractions to decimal from visual models.